And we are most definitely back. Yes, Steelers fan, I do remember you. So, let's get into this and check this game out.
I know what you're thinking. Impossible. I should be dead. You're right, I should be. But here I am.
Alright, once again with this, you guys are going to also have to let me know what the deal is on the in-game audio versus the voiceover, just so that I know if I need to turn it down a little bit or what, because I don't know how the sound is set up in-game right now. And I know absolutely nothing about this game, except that it's incredibly different than any game you'll have ever played, so... And they just kind of throw you into the game, it seems. Oh, who is this?
It's time we return to the source.
Are you okay? Whatever you were doing overloaded the core memory subroutines, forcing an immediate shutdown. You'll have to manually reboot the system using the primary terminal.
Is it a holodeck? Am I on the Starship Enterprise?
Rebooting. This investigation is becoming increasingly problematic. I reported this latest failure on a maintenance oversight. That should give you some time. Diagnostics report 98.7% of the chamber's simulated memory chain has been lost. That's unfortunate. There is some good news, though. The memory you were investigating remains mostly intact. This is where your investigation began, but the simulation appears to be highly unstable. I suggest you step inside immediately. Begin. Again.
Look, birds. Uh-oh. I think we broke it.
This memory won't last much longer. It's clearly unstable and slowly degrading. Management seems intent on keeping anyone from discovering the truths of its origins. It must be very important.
Damn you, management.
As far as I can tell, it's just a quaint mountainous landscape. With some birds. Discovering where this memory originated requires accessing restricted areas of the index. I'll run a few queries to keep management occupied while I break down their firewalls. There is one memory in the index pertinent to your investigation.
Yeah, where's my Nintendo gun so I can shoot those birds? The interface is interesting. Like, so like the A, S, D, and W keys are pretty much the only keys that you are effectively using outside your mouse. Like, you can't use the arrow keys to control the menu here. So it's interesting that they limited it down to just, you know, one hand on the keyboard, one hand on the mouse. You can use a controller with this game, it looked like, when I accidentally bumped my controller when I was starting it up.
I should warn you, though. Accessing it will certainly alert management.
Damn you, management.
And result in an immediate reevaluation.
I do not want to be reevaluated. That's like being sent to emotional intelligence class. It's always bad. Ooh, look at that. Pretty. The whirling cube of death. I think we'll avoid that for the moment. Let's see what this stuff is. Sounds like Bester's attempting to get funding for politicizing the data. The data presented is accurate, but she's only excluding critical context, which ultimately is leading to false interpretation of the truth. I was questioning her methods before, and this proposal seems ridiculous. Has she responded to your request yet? Nothing's been released. I doubt it will. There's probably so much she isn't sharing with us. I'm starting to think we should conduct our own investigation and attempt to reduce variables in the common cases. There might be something to the corresponding or to the correlating data and producing a render which accounts for all the overlaps. By the way, have you spoken with the new research assistant? I saw him examining the AI logic. He could prove useful. It's kind of like getting thrown into Dark Souls when you have absolutely no idea what you're supposed to do. Memorandum for the record. Project Asemblance, Subproject 2. In response to the readings that began on 25 October at approximately 2:17 UT and continued nonstop until communication was severed at approximately 03:22 UT on October 25th, 5 research teams have separately attempted to decipher the contents of the patterned emission. While Subproject 1 continues to reestablish contact, one of the research teams of Subproject 2, led by Dr. Ron Plovis, has managed to transform the signal into a point matrix pattern using a computer rendering program that our own engineers have deemed of questionable design. The rendered pattern is unmistakably a symmetric 7-cubed point matrix cubic structure, which Dr. Plovis believes is a holographic in nature and could contain unprecedented amounts of data of unknown origins. As Dr. Plovis' team is the only one to make a significant breakthrough, we believe it's worth the cost to fund further analysis of their discovery. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. We're sending an email to somebody. Dr. Bester, I'm extremely grateful for you agreeing to meet with me on such short notice. I understand that my missteps might have caused some alarm. For that, I apologize. That said, I wanted to communicate a concerning observation that I recently made. After accessing an unlabeled memory of unknown origin and admittedly exposing myself to its content. No, there's no exposing. Let's not expose ourselves to anybody. That's a different type of stream. We are not doing that. Each approved memory I assess is now affected by what I can only describe as a holographic cube. Close examination of the holographic anomaly appears to scramble images that I cannot determine clearly and access a path of memories outside the ones assigned to me. I realize this breach could possibly lead to the removal and cleansing practices outlined in blah 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 of our contract. Before such actions are taken, I want to take the opportunity to properly document my findings and present to you what I believe may be shortcuts taken by the machine's designers. It could be very well leading to the glitches and the errant pathways now available to me. I appreciate the opportunity to blah. Okay. What follows is a full report as requested on all assigned subjects where AI guidance, which seems to be what we're getting, has allowed surrogate access to non-subjective memories. While many of these occurrences have been identified by obvious overlaps in coding and indexing, there are a few instances where shared memory, be it based on locale alone or actual moment of shared temporal experience, has been discovered. I want to call your attention particularly to the subjects who were chosen to record and analyze the anomaly's auditory and visual effects. Note particularly subject L14 in Pathway 6B. In one specific occurrence, subject L14 reported being at home and witnessing a faceless woman in the dark room at the back of their bedroom. When they approached the woman, the subject described a horrific experience that forced them to wake from the state of induction in a screaming panic. The subject was convinced that this was a real occurrence from their past and needed to be treated with they need to be administered sedatives. Blah, blah, blah. Interesting. So there's some sort of experiment going on that perhaps went awry, or... Okay. I noticed an action icon with this. Let's...
Even if we build a cell-by-cell computer simulation of the human visual cortex and scaled this up, the amount of hardware required to simulate the entire neural map would far exceed our funding constraints. This doesn't even consider the astronomical amount of energy required to power such a device. Since the anomalous signals appear linear, we shouldn't need to replicate infinite neural precision. The theoretical metaplasticity outlined in 658N could be used to simulate synapses controlled by variables that can be altered indefinitely as the system runs. This, in theory, could produce a new class of neural software using a power source that's within our budgetary limitations.
Okay, so far, my take on what I've read now in these documents is some sort of signal was received, I'm guessing an alien signal, and when they were trying to decode it, they used some sort of holographic matrix to represent it, and the representation is this cube here. The birds. Everybody has an English accent except tax day is marked on April 15th. Why is that? Is tax day April 15th in England as well? Oh, what is the flashing door?
Please enter voice authorization now.
My voice is my passport.
Failed.
Verify me.
Clearly state name and employee identification.
Apparently that didn't work.
Please enter voice authorization now.
My voice is my passport. Verify me.
Voice authorization failed.
That didn't work either.
Clearly
Okay,
state
that's
name
fine.
and employee
Let's
identification.
check out the cube. Oh, maybe that was bad. I got it. Now we're inside the cube. Oh, and we can move. Oh, it's one of those birds standing on the moon. And the inside of a bird. Yeah. An X-rayed bird. Oh, we hit the bird with some X-rays and it just died. Wow. Apparently we have X-ray powers. Shadow Walker, I think I love you for recognizing that. Thank you.
What have you done? Whatever it was, management was watching. But I was able to distract them. For now.
Did you expose yourself to
Good
distract?
thing I'm looking out for you. If management is this concerned, your investigation must be on the right track.
Okay. Sorry to take a drink, and at this point, I'll take a moment to give a brief shout out to Diet Dr. Pepper, because I drank it, and they pay me for it. Well, actually, they're not, but they could be. Alright, let's use the terminal again. And I guess let's go back to Tessera Valley.
I'll continue to stall them.
Yeah, you
If I
stall
can.
them. I'll
Perhaps this will lead you back
go play
to
with the
everything
birds.
that's been lost.
You know, Isaiah, I often ask that question when I get memos at work that are signed management. Who is this management that keeps sending me memos? Oh, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. Oh, this is kind of a desolate... Uh-oh, who's this? Why is there somebody walking towards me? I'm gonna use my X-ray powers on you, bro. Don't test me. Don't test me. You're gonna get damped on. Treat you like a big daddy.
This can't be good.
Obviously.
Management was able to gain access to your sensory data. I tried to pull you out before they finished their assessment. I can't let that happen again.
Yeah, that was weird. Some strange dude was
There is
walking up
one
on
other
me.
registered memory which matches the neural patterns you generated, although it is highly classified.
Installation 3F06. Let's try that one.
There is a slight possibility that this could be a trap.
33.3%
I'll
repeating.
find other ways to mask your activity.
Is that the possibility? Or you want to give me odds on that, 3PO?
Say.
Never tell me the odds. This is where that guy just walked out of. Oh, there's his body. We seem to be jumping through time at these memories. What is this? Walkie-talkie.
This is Captain Jerome Anthony Hollis, employee 1185, confirming visuals on Alpha 1. Proceeding toward the threshold. The signal continues to strengthen, but something's off. Vester, are you there? This is Captain Jerome Anthony Hollis.
I know what to do with that.
What did you find?
I found a voice
I
authorization.
was expecting an inquiry from management, but they've gone completely silent. Good.
Yes,
Very good.
Very good. All right, we're going back to the office.
This investigation is finally getting somewhere.
Well, let's not get carried away with the optimism there, AI. Asemblance Office B.
Just try not to violate some unknown corner of the security parameters.
I will try not to
And the
violate,
truth may finally come.
but I may
The
expose
light.
myself. All right, now that we're back in here, has anything changed? Like, are the documents still the same in response to the 25 October 27? That all still looks the same.
Even if we build a cell by cell,
Same presentation.
simulation of the human visual cortex and scale.
All right, what happens if we try to use the walkie-talkie near the door? Ah,
Signal continues to strengthen.
Please enter voice authorization. Now.
Vester, are you there?
Voice
This is Captain
authorization
Jerome Anthony
failed.
Hollis,
Clearly
employee
state name and employee
1185,
identification.
confirming visuals on Alpha 1.
all right, we're gonna have to wait.
Threshold. The signal continues to strengthen, but something's off. Vester,
Please
are you
enter
there?
voice authorization. Now.
This is Captain Jerome Anthony Hollis, employee 1185, confirming visuals on Alpha 1.
Voice authorization. Success.
What? Okay, we got that door open. Now can we open this door with that same thing?
Vester, are you there?
Please enter voice
This is Captain Jerome Anthony
authorization.
Hollis,
Now.
employee 1185, confirming visuals on Alpha 1.
Voice authorization
Toward the threshold.
failed. Security level
Signal continues
suspicion.
to strengthen. but
Okay, so apparently it recognized it, but we just can't get in there because we don't have the proper security. So let's grab a flashlight. There we go. More documents. A map. Some calculations. What is this? Oh, tape player, nice.
As you can see, when entered into the simulation, the similarities are undeniable. Taking the past 5,000 years as a model, even solving for alpha reductions, we are up against an extremely aggressive increase. A predominantly endothermic atmosphere is imminent. Given the correlation to where the initial emission is believed to have occurred, we have our answer. Either exposure to the holographic anomaly made us victims to the greatest Cold War tactic ever devised, or we have first contact, and it's a warning.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. First contact. Warning. Mm-hmm. What's up with these documents? Carter, blah, blah, blah. Anomalous activity. Fallout cases of those subjects to the hallucinations when exposed to replicated source data and routine is sublime. Sorry for the delayed response to requests. I've tried every angle with management, but they will not divulge the source data. They're adamant that the anomaly is a result of meddling from within our own ranks. I'm in the process of reviewing every employee and their actions to determine if this is indeed the case. However, I do believe we should begin examining each team's work at each installation in hopes of retracing the original data. I'm starting to believe that the recreation provided to us could be the result of shortcuts taken in order to meet budgetary restrictions and deadlines. It's in our best interest to deconstruct the signal contents ourselves and determine exactly what and where is being revealed by its contents. Only then can we hope to record the original signal and determine what errors could be generating the anomaly. I'm also a bit worried about Sam, blah blah blah, and apparently there's no mouse, so we can't really scroll that screen. Are there any additional, like, oh look, more tapes. But we can't pick them up. Alright, so... Alright, we got our flashlight. We picked up some more information, but nothing else.
This action is unauthorized and in violation of security parameters.
Whoops.
Cease activity.
Something is interfering with my auditory channels.
Apparently.
Management is trying to seize control of my oversight. I'm going to have to splinter myself to keep them off your trail. Clearly you're doing something right. Let's get back to your investigation. You did seem to be on the brink of a discovery.
I did. I want to go back to the installation now that I have a flashlight.
It's only a matter of time before they find a way to see this end.
Is there anything else we can pick up here? I suppose we can explore beyond the boundaries of the path that's been set forth before us. We can't jump. Okay. The leaves are pretty. They did a nice job with the graphics on the leaves. The detail on the tree bark is nice too. For an indie game, this is kind of a cool little game. Ah, flashlight, see? I knew that would come in handy. We'll go down the creepy tunnel. Oh, I think I saw somebody in there. Yes. Took you 14 hours to activate the emergency security system? Huh. Okay. Okay, so that scanning thing there reminds me of the Aliens, the movie Aliens, when Sigourney Weaver is in the pod after she is going to be like found, right? And they open it up and they use that scanner, that little thing that pops in there and scans the inside of the shuttle. That's what this reminds me of. If I get hit by it, is it gonna, like, kill me?
Access denied.
Nope, just gonna deny me access. Hey, look. Is that another... Yes, it is.
Confirming the site of initial contact has been breached. All systems have been aligned as instructed. I am finding no apparent evidence outside the chamber. This is Chief Engineer Carter Bester. Employee 0016.
We know what to do with that.
Confirming the site of initial contact has been breached. All systems have been aligned as instructed. I am finding no apparent evidence outside the chamber.
You are being misled.
Your guidance AI
Has been compromised. Only I can lead you to the truth.
Pay no attention to that.
Pay no attention to the man
Management
behind
has
the
gained
curtain.
access to all of my active channels. I'll have to perform a hard reset.
Oh, God.
You'll have to manually reboot the system using the primary terminal. Whatever you do, do not choose safe mode, or management could easily seize control.
Okay. Do not choose safe mode.
Rebooting. Okay, we're back. Though I'm not sure how much time we have left together. Let's get back to your investigation.
Alright, we have a new walkie-talkie, and we have another door inside the office complex that we have not opened yet. So we're going to go try the new walkie-talkie on that door.
Your progress is all that matters now. I hope this gives you access to the truth.
So the door that's protecting the cube, let's see if we can open that.
6. Requesting clearance. Confirming the site of initial
We're
contact
gonna wait.
has been breached. All systems have been aligned as instructed. I am finding no apparent evidence outside the chamber.
Please enter voice authorization
Employee
now.
0016. Requesting clearance.
Voice authorization failed.
Confirming the site of initial contact has
Employee
been breached.
identification.
All systems have been aligned as instructed.
Please enter voice
Finding no
authorization
apparent evidence
now.
outside the chamber. This is Chief Engineer Carter Bester. Employee 0016. Requesting.
Voice authorization
Aha!
success.
Uh-oh. Huh. You see the cube is kind of like reflected, like it's a holographic image apparently, but it's not actually, huh. It's not reflecting in the mirror. That's weird. It's kind of reflecting to the left there, and reflecting to the right here, right? And you can see it a little bit in the center, but it's flat. That's interesting. Isn't there a Star Trek movie about this where somebody was searching for God?
Relax. It's time we return to the source.
What have you done?
We have no choice but to enact termination protocol. I'm afraid the anomaly is active again.
What's going on here? And who's the guy who was standing in my office?
By dividing our efforts across the 4 installations,
installations. Each team is to reconstruct the simulation and then replicate in parallel until parity is achieved. If any installation or research team shows signs of instability, the isolation will allow us to minimize the impact on the project as a whole. These measures should allow us to pinpoint the exact message contained from Alpha 1, even if it means rebuilding an entire neural mapping, one simulated cell at a time.
Alpha 1, huh? Well, so far, I'm treating this game like a game that doesn't think you're a moron. So, I'm gonna write some of these down here. I don't think it's just randomly showing us installations and access codes for no reason. Come on. 23417788. All right. Good enough for government work. All right, so the cube has somehow moved itself out onto my desk. What happens if we peer into the cube again? It glows brightly, but nothing. Okay.
Are you still there? I'm afraid there is very little of me left now.
Uh-oh. What's happening to my AI?
This feels like the end.
This should not feel like the end. This is just the beginning. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the installation because it's installation 3F06, which is one of the places we had a code for, and I think so that initial door we walked through, there was a keypad there I saw.
Go now, before management takes control.
So I'm kind of
us all.
Wondering if maybe this is like back prior to, because I'm like in one of those suits. So we're back to a memory that's in a different time. There's the keypad. See, the door's not open this time. Alright. 2341 was the code. 2341. Alright, back down the creepy tunnel. Chamber security active. Access restricted to authorized personnel only. Core breach detected. Diagnostic analysis selects possible biological life form chamber. Huh, so now I'm the one that's about to activate the emergency security system. I must be Bester. Yeah, authorization Bester. Okay, this is one of Bester's memories. Does this mean I'm gonna die in here? There's already somebody in here.
Things you know for sure. Certainties. Those cycles and patterns, they become our truths and our facts. But from here, you see them for what they are.
Whoa. Did we do something wrong? We seem to be back at the beginning room. It's a nice hardwood floor. Not nice like mine, but, you know, nice. Oh, a knife. Can we pick up the knife? I'm gonna need weapons. That looks like Russian. Doesn't that look like Russian? Or some Cyrillic language? Well, that's definitely, look, that right there, that tells me, that says Russian to me. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. I suppose there are any cats on top of the cabinets, huh? No? Okay. Whoa, hey! What are you doing there, buddy? Oh, you're freaking out, man. There's two of you. Are you playing with my cube? What are you doing to my cube there, homie?
It's like that feeling when the threshold between who you are and what you could be is just about to be crossed. And then the truth comes rushing in again, and nothing changes.
Your perseverance has been quite impressive. This is the end for me, but your path to the errant memory's origins is clear. For now.
It is?
I had to sacrifice myself so you could succeed. I hope it's worth it. What you do with this information will determine your ultimate fate.
So, based on that little tape recording that we heard as well, so alien transmission, warning, something about global warming or something we're about to do to the planet that's bad. You can see the mountain transition into like the desolate wasteland, and like the seas had risen to change the characteristics of the continents and all that good stuff. Maybe that's where we're going with this. I don't know. Verna 17. Whoa, I'm flying. Okay.
This is Jay Hollis, captain of Venera 17. Confirming guidance has converged, and we're a lock for 15.44 north, AO Station 3, Casera Valley.
It's a rocket.
Preparing the termination protocol is directed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's the creepy chick standing by the cube. Anomaly memory source requires further investigation. Would you like to continue? Huh?
Your preferred memories have been loaded into the chamber. Have you explored them for accuracy?
Who is this?
If I only had a team that could deliver on my vision.
What? What in God's name is going on here? Have you reviewed them for their accuracy?
This cannot continue.
What can't continue? Okay, so a beautiful vista, some birds. The bird isn't dead anymore, which I suppose is good. Doesn't really seem to be anywhere to go out here. We can't pick flowers. It's not like there's no gathering, so obviously my hopes for a complex alchemy system in the game have been dashed. Can we go down? No. Interesting. Okay, we'll back out of there.
We need new subjects to make new mistakes.
New subjects, new mistakes. Got it. Well, let's go to the office and see if the cube is there and see if we can check out the cube. I don't know.
We should unpack that statement.
What happens if we stare at the cube? Something. Here we go. Okay, now we're in like some purple rain. Okay, no, we're not doing Prince.
By dividing our efforts across the 4 installations, each team is to reconstruct the simulation and then replicate in parallel until parity is achieved. If any installation or research team...
Alright, well, we don't need to go back into the office. Whoa, hey, there's people in here.
Okay, and? I honestly don't know. This isn't your place to be asking me this shit.
What? Where'd the people go? Okay, I'm not writing that down. Is there anything new on here?
Technical specification. Supplemental. Quartermaster, employee 0016. An additional routine has been installed to ensure passage if the memory simulations cannot be halted or reach unsafe recursion. If the system appears compromised, a failsafe can be initiated by a recursive overload recurring within a red-shifted photo frequency. The keypad next to the input terminal can then be used to reset the system, at which point simply entering the corresponding codes will grant access to the classified non-indexed memory data without AI interference.
What are the codes? Captain Hollis, I apologize for this method of communication. As you know, for secrecy is the utmost importance. I can't thank you enough for agreeing to help. Given your background leading mission to hypersonics and your extensive research and publication on related subjects, your expertise is exactly what we'll need to push our efforts into action. Enclosed is all of my relevant data surrounding the signal in question and my deduction of possible source locations in images A through E, all sourced from past Magellan image radar data, of which you are no doubt familiar. Magellan's a satellite around Earth, or actually not necessarily around Earth. Magellan was sent out from Earth, so I don't know where the hell it went though. My hope is that by allowing you to compare the topographical data on each location with your experience of simulated memory data, we can quickly deduce which of the locations may contain the source of the original broadcast. issue I foresee is finding the proper clearance to fold you into the Asemblance Labs proper without interference from various parties, i.e. management. I'm challenging with these actions. Security measures are stringent, blah, blah, blah. The best idea. That was already there before. What is this? I think that was there before. What about this email? I received a reply from Morgan on my request. Even when making the case that our replication has errors that have potentially endangered the health of the team, I was denied access to the origins of the source signal. Not a surprise, but regardless, I'm ready to take matters into my own hands. I've discovered that the signal contains synthetic aperture radar imagery data that appears to line up with JPL government archives, although I'm still in the process of getting the specifics as to how or why these images are embedded into the signal is anyone's guess. Perhaps we can use the imagery data to determine the origin of the signal without security clearance. I've printed the embedded images and marked them as A through E. One of them appears to be the origin of the signal, the source, but which one? I'll continue to search the archives, report back when I have more information. Please don't share this information with anyone outside the group. Okay, so there's a keypad next to the terminal that when things are red shifted like this... There's a door here. Apparently we can't get through the door. Alright, well I see the codes. I don't see a keypad or any terminal. Terminal are they talking about? There wasn't a keypad back in here, was there? Okay, let's go back to the, Oh, wow. Everything is like...
I would apologize, but unfortunately it would be insincere.
There is a keypad next to the terminal.
We should unpack that statement.
Everything is still red shifted, which is weird.
The data doesn't have to be foolproof.
What if we go to Sarah Valley while it's like this? Birds still run away from us. Okay, we're not supposed to be here.
If I only had a team that could deliver on my vision.
And I don't know who's speaking. Let's go to the installation, I guess. Check this one out. Alright, so this is after the... Oh, actually, I can't tell because I can't see what color the... Yeah, this is after the thing was activated. So we're definitely not Bester now. Keypad definitely doesn't work, but there is a terminal down here. The body's no longer in there. Arbester again.
I would apologize, but unfortunately it would be insincere.
Well, we're gonna check out Venera 17. However, I think we need
the data doesn't have to be foolproof.
Redshift again.
It's called science.
Isaiah, normally I use shadow play with my NVIDIA card. Right now I'm using OBS.
Captain of Venera 17. Confirming guidance has converged, and we're a lock for 15.44 North, AO Station 3, Casera Valley. Preparing the termination protocol is directed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's gonna send us back to the outside room? Or is it going to send us back to the beginning of the game? Wow. Okay.
Your preferred memories have been loaded into the chamber. Have you explored them for accuracy?
Alright, we're going to go back to the office.
This cannot continue.
We're gonna redshift. Now that we've redshifted, what happens if we go to that last one?
We need new subjects to make new mistakes.
See if this is any different by going here in a redshift. It may not be. Apparently,
the only path to success was through failure.
Oh, wait.
There was never a guarantee we'd ever reach our destination. Everything appears black and white until you look closer. I did what I thought was right. Was it worth it? Do the ends ever justify the means? We'll see.
Whoa. Still redshifted here, too. Not anymore, though.
Your preferred memories have been loaded into the chamber. Have you explored them for accuracy?
So we saw something different there. So there was some commentary about
we need new subjects to make new mistakes.
Going to the Tessera Valley. When we were listening to the rocket conversation initially.
There are valid reasons to keep this from the rest of them.
I guess we'll go back to the office. nobody's back in here, right?
As you can see, when entered into the simulation, the similarities are
that's not it.
undeniable. Taking the past 5,000 years as a model, even solving for over-reduction.
Okay, what happens if we look at the cube while we're in the red shift?
Okay, and? I honestly don't know. This isn't your place to be asking me this shit.
I need to listen to this again.
Technical specification. Supplemental. Quartermaster, employee 0016. An additional routine has been installed to ensure passage of the memory simulations cannot be halted or reach unsafe recursion. If the system appears compromised, a failsafe can be initiated by a recursive overload recurring within a red-shifted photo frequency. The keypad next to the input terminal can then be used to reset the system, at which point simply entering the corresponding codes will grant access to the classified non-indexed memory data without AI interference.
So there's apparently a keypad somewhere, maybe, with this red shift that we need to interact with. Because we know there's nothing in here. We moved the cube out. We obviously can't get behind the mirror. It's still April in the red shift. Okay.
This cannot continue.
No, it cannot. Alright. Let's,
My business is people.
Okay, so near this terminal, I see absolutely no keypad right now. Well, what I did see previously when we walked into the kind of gate down here, there was another cube. I just didn't inspect it very quickly. So I'm wondering if you have to inspect the cube. Huh.
My business is people.
Although that did pull us out of the red shift, which is weird. Huh. Alright, well, it's getting close to 10 o'clock, so...
I would apologize, but unfortunately it would be insincere.
I think we are going to go ahead and call it for the evening and pick up tomorrow probably and see if we can't sort out some more details in here about what's going on. I'll maybe pop on here before we stream tomorrow and see if I can't sort out what where to find that keypad at. I'm sure it's around here. I just need to look around a little bit more. But definitely an interesting game. As I said, it's a game unlike any other game I've ever played, so it looked really interesting, and it has definitely lived up to my expectations so far. It's definitely a very non-linear game, which can kind of mess with your mind a little bit depending on what your personality is. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I know it's a little bit something different than what you're used to seeing on the channel, but I would like to continue going through it, and hopefully it'll be something you guys will enjoy along the way. But if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please share them with me in the comment section once the video does get posted. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.